Hey guys, and welcome to your She Beast Pilates mat workout. I'm here at the gorgeous Azadi Retreat Center in Ubud in Bali, which holds a very dear place in my heart. It was here that I really stepped into my own power and took the time I needed to find myself after many years of focusing my attention, my money, my love, my anxiety, stress, and hope outward. Here at Azadi, I finally turned all of that focus inward. And it's exciting to be here and share with you a workout that is so inspired by the personal journey that I've undergone here in Bali, and also the inspiration that this place holds. It's a ton of fun to work out with props and use all of the toys in the gym and all the toys in your own personal toolkit. But today I want to kick it old school and really find ourselves on our mat, which is the most important place to begin. And it's the source of your divine power. With that said, lay down on the mat and take a minute to just breathe in the beauty of Bali or the beauty of wherever you find yourself in the world. Take an inhale through the nose, and as you inhale, allow the low back to lift slightly off the mat, filling the lungs with air and breathing deeply through the seat to the root of the pelvic floor. On your exhale, allow the low back to slowly return to the mat, tilting the pelvis slightly to imprint the lumbar into the mat. Your abdominals will cinch together, east to west, as they contract north to south. Inhale through the nose, filling the pelvic bowl with air, breathing into your seat, into the root of your power. And on the exhale, again, slight tuck of the tailbone, allow the lumbar to find itself on the mat. 3 more times. Big inhale through the nose, finding the arch in the low back, breathing into your seat. And on the exhale, pull the belly button to the spine as you slightly tuck the tailbone, imprinting the lower lumbar into the mat, into the ground. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, slight tuck of the tailbone. 1 more time. Big inhale. And exhale with control. Now from here, remove the spinal imprint in the mat. Instead of connecting the low back to the mat, let the lumbar rest naturally. You'll have a natural lumbar curve. Typically, you can place 2 fingers under that curve. If you've got a booty like me, it might be more than 2 fingers, which is totally okay. Now you'll take your legs to tabletop position. And again, find a position of the tailbone that's comfortable for you, honoring a neutral pelvis. On your inhale, breathe into your seat, and on your exhale, dive up and dive over to the tip of your shoulder blades. Now at this point, your shoulders are off the mat in a C-like position, but your spine, mid-back and low back, thoracic and lumbar spine are on the mat. Legs are at tabletop and your arms are relaxed. I tend to tense in the shoulders, so relax your shoulders. Curl up 1 inch higher. Allow your shoulder blades, the tips of them, to touch the ground, but lift your shoulder blades themselves up as if they were a capital C. Now from here, zip your legs together and hug what's called the midline of your body. That's the line that runs north to south and separates the body east to west. Lower down with control, allowing the toes to tap the mat and the head to return to the mat. Relax the shoulders, shake out the fingers, relax the toes. If you find that you're carrying tension or stress in your fingers and toes, just wiggle them out. Again, this workout is about turning inward and letting go of distraction. So shake it out, do what you got to do, and take the second you need to reconnect with yourself. From here, big inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, curl up to the tip of your shoulders. Now this time, lift your arms 2 inches off the mat as you bring your legs to tabletop, and then hold it here. You're breathing in and out of your pelvis. You're breathing long along your spine. That's something that I really started to explore fully in my yoga practice. And it's made such a difference in the way I carry myself through my day, the way I practice Pilates, and also the way I breathe when I'm stressed out or overwhelmed and need to give myself a good kick in the ass and remind myself that nothing is really a big deal and everything is perfect and fine at all times. It's exactly what it needs to be. So from here, you're going to keep holding it. I know we've been here like 15, 20 seconds. Now take your arms high to the sky. If you're having any tension in the neck, if you're craning, if you're straining, lower your head down, keep your legs where they are, and plug your shoulders in. That means allow your shoulders to return to the mat. If you can stay lifted to the tip of your shoulder blades, then do so, arms up 90 degrees. Now from here, take an inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, allow the arms to press down as you empty all of the air out. Inhale. And then on the exhale, press down as if you were pressing into molasses, reaching forward with your fingers as you push down through your palms. Your belly button presses to your spine and your abdominals contract east to west. Again, inhale and exhale with control. Now, if you're comfortable here, take your arms all the way back. Inhale, sail your arms back to your ears. Keep your legs at tabletop. Keep your abdominals engaged. To do so, allow them to knit east-west and north-south as if they were coming together at the center point of a compass. Fingers are long, toes and fingers are relaxed, and exhale, press through molasses, reach your arms down. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, no straining of the neck. You're looking instead to the tips of your knees, and exhale, press with control. Inhale to reach, breathing along the spine. And exhale, emptying all of the air out of the lungs from the pelvis all the way through the crown of the head. Now stay here. Reach your fingers further forward. If you need to shake out your neck, gaze left, gaze right, and sail your legs out if you can to 45 degrees. If that's too much, keep your legs at tabletop, lower your head down, or lower your head down and sail your legs out to 45. The most important thing is that you're not arching in your low back. I don't want to see any of this roll or tuck. Instead, find that neutral spine. Nod chin to chest, tips of the shoulder blades, fingers are long. Your abdominals are deeply engaged. You're breathing pelvically, you're breathing rhythmically and dynamically. Legs are out long. Now, if you want to advance this further, take your legs to 2 inches off the mat, maintaining abdominals in and up, maintaining spine long on the mat and staying lifted to the tips of your shoulders. If you start to shiver and shake and you really feel your abs working, that's awesome. If that's too much, then take your legs back up to 45. If that's too much, bend your knees to 90 degrees. From here, legs sail out. We reach the arms long, roll the shoulders back, and we prepare for the 100. In Pilates, the 100 is characterized by 10 sets of 10 breaths, 5 inhalations and 5 exhalations, meant to pump the breath, the heart, the blood, to encourage circulation and prep the body for the workout ahead. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. Now, as you pump those arms rhythmically, reach from the mat all the way to the knees and continue pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to begin all of my workouts with the 100. I think it's a nice way to connect on the mat, but it's also fun to add the 100 at the end of your workout. And by fun, I mean it's a real pain in the ass, but it definitely gets your abs working and it increases your heart rate and also your metabolic burn. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more cycles. And again, you're patting down into an imaginary puddle. You're pressing through that heavy molasses. 3 cycles here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on your last 2 cycles, curl up higher to the tips of your shoulder blades. Reach your fingers further forward. Final time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy hell. Lower down. Take a second. So from here, if you had to give up for a second, it's cool, but see if you can complete the 100. And if you did just bang that whole set out, congratulations. I hope you're as sweaty as I am. here in the jungle in Azadi. So legs come back up to tabletop. We nod to the tips of the shoulder blades, and this time we reach the arms forward. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, press the fingertips forward as you bring the knees to meet the crown of the head or the forehead. Return the legs to 90 and then lower down to mid-shoulder. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. One more time to prep. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. Now this time, exhale, take it out on that inhale. And then exhale, bring it in. Exhale, reach it out and bring it in. Reach out on your exhale. Inhale to return. 5 more in this breath pattern, then we'll switch. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale, last 3. Out you go. And in. 2 more, out. And in. 1 more, out. Stay out. Hold it. Take hold of your right leg. Sail your left leg long. Before we switch, let me just itch that mosquito bite. Those mosquitoes are wild. Switch here. And switch. Good. We'll change up our breathing on the next set. But here, work to reach to your ankle with pointed toes. Work to keep the leg straight. Resist the urge to bend at the knee. Instead, work within your own range of motion. 3. 2 more on each side. 2. 1 more. 1. Now, sail everything out on the inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Again, knees reach to the forehead, fingers reach further forward. Sail it out. Return it in. 5. Exhale in. 4. Good. 3 more. And 2. And then on 1, stay right there. Hold it, reach, and tap. Last 5. 4, exhale, good. 3 more. 2. And 1, knees into the chest. You can always play with your breathing. As a rule, inhale on extension, exhale on flexion, which means inhale away, exhale to return to center. But you can also switch that breath pattern for a deeper abdominal challenge. From here, knees, chest, rock up to seated, and then separate your legs inner hip width apart. Arms out long. Now sit on the 2 bones of your glutes. They're called your sits bones. So instead of rounding back, you're going to find the 2 bones in your glutes, press them actively into the ground. You might even need to move your juicy glute meat out of the way. If you have buns, again, like mine, you got to really push that pelvis forward. You're going to flex your feet firmly, reach your arms out. Now, instead of sinking or arching, allow the shoulders to roll down the back, knit the abdominals in like you're wearing a corset, and it's tying itself tightly along your spine. Press your belly button to the spine like an elevator button and feel the crown of the head grow longer. Literally press in to lift up. Arms come out, shoulders roll back. Take a big inhale. Now on the exhale, instead of reaching forward, dive up and over an imaginary basketball. Inhale up. Basketball at the abdominals. Exhale, dive up and over, keeping the shoulder blades plugged. Reach your arms forward and return to start. Again, inhale up, exhale, dive over, reaching further forward as the shoulders stay plugged. Inhale to return to start, and then exhale to settle without losing the lift of your seat. Inhale up, exhale, dive over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, no sinking. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, dive over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, no sinking. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Now from here, zip your legs together. Take your right knee into your chest and take your hands to the arch of your foot. If that's not available to you, place your hands at the back of the thigh. And if that's not available to you, you can prop yourself up on a pillow or a pad in order to lift the glutes and create some space at your hip crease. From here, we keep a flex in the left foot Extend your leg out long with square hips pointing your toe. Now, the right hip is going to try to pull itself back. Don't let it. Instead, bring the right hip forward and pull the left hip back. Keep that flex in the left foot. Reach forward as you roll the shoulders back, and then feel that beautiful stretch along the back side of the body, from the heel all the way through the crown of the head. Now bend the knee, stack the spine, find the lift through those two sits bones, right? And you can actually see it. You roll over onto them. Once you're there, flex that left foot, knee into chest with a deep hip crease. Reach that leg out, pointed toe, square hips. And then from here, if it's available to you, point the toe and flex the foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Oftentimes in the past, I would spend my time busting some serious ass in my workouts, hustling around, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I just looked crazy. Now I realize you don't have to do much to really do everything you need. And sometimes when you just let your body be your guide and listen to what it really needs, you can achieve your goals so much faster with such less strain and stress on your body and then also on your mind. So from here, stay. Take your left hand to the outside edge of your foot and you'll twist up and over, reaching long and staying high on your sits bones. The left foot stays flexed, the right arm reaches out, the shoulders pull back, and then feel that twist. Now, if you have tight ITBs or if this is not available to you, then take the hand to the calf or even the thigh and allow yourself to keep the hips square as you twist through the torso, reaching the arm out long. One more time, if it is available to you, take hold of the outside edge of the foot, sail the opposing arm out long, reach, sit tall, shoulders back, and then press through that heel. Reach it out. And then if it's not available to you, bend the knee, sit even taller. I have pretty tight ITBs. Sometimes I cheat when I press out. I tend to hinge back. So you want to really sit up and then press through the back body in order to lengthen out long. Hold it here. Bring that leg down. Opposite leg. Take the arch of the foot into the chest, flex the right foot, square the hips, sit tall on those sits bones, legs come out, or leg comes out. Point the toe, flex the foot, point and flex, point and flex. If you need to adjust, sit further forward on your sits bones, shoulders roll down the back, point and flex. If this is not available to you, place your hands to the thigh, point and flex. 3 and 2 and 1. Now keep that leg exactly as it is. And then from here, with a flex, a firm flex in the right foot, sitting tall on your sits bones, right hand comes to the outside edge of the left foot, the blade edge, and you twist up and around, pressing through the toes as you flex through the opposing heel and reach out long. Now roll the shoulders back, and I'm gonna bend my knee because I'm tighter on this side. Shoulders roll back, you sit high, reach the arm out, and then when you're comfortable and your breath is stable, you can press out through the heel of the left foot, you can point the left toe, square the hips. But it's not a race, it's not a competition, so work in a range of motion that works for you. I actually find that I lose my form here sometimes, so it's better for me to keep a slight bend in the knee and really twist through my abdominals to reach my fingertips out long. Now from here, lower down, take both legs forward, arms come up and overhead. Reach your arms back, take a big inhale through the nose. And again, you're filling the lungs with air east to west, and you're breathing all the way into your seat, into the root of your power. Big inhale. And on your exhale, slight tuck of the tailbone with a flex of the feet, you dive up and over in one single shot. Reach to your toes. Big stretch. Reach forward and round back. Take it 2 more times. If you need to bend your knees and plant your feet to do so, that's fine. We can take it up halfway. Reaching up and lowering down. You can start from there and then work yourself to a full roll up. Inhale. Exhale, dive up, dive over with the shoulders pressing down the back. Inhale, sit tall, and then lower down, keeping the heels exactly as they are. One more time. Inhale up, Exhale, dive over, reach forward, and then sit up nice and tall. Now from here, take it over to the side for a quick forearm side plank. Feet are stacked, arm comes up to the sky. Now, take your top arm to the sky and hold it. Lower down on your exhale, inhale to lift. Lower, tap the ground, lift, touch the sky. 5, 4, long fingers and flexed feet. 3, 2 more. Then on 1, if you can transition, come right into a plank. If not, you can sit down onto your knees and then slowly transition up and over. If a plank is available to you, make sure your palms are under your shoulders. Make sure your feet are vertically stacked so that your toes are in line with your heels. If a plank is too much today, take your knees down so that knees are directly under hips, palms are under shoulders, and toes are relaxed. From here, make sure palms are shoulder distance apart. Feet can come together for additional support. You can separate those feet out in line with those palms. We take the right leg up. We bring the knee into the chest and press the leg away. Exhale into the midline of the body, exhaling in to the center of your power, and then press away. 5 total, so 3 left. 2, long relaxed fingers. 1, press that leg out, tap it, lift it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Toes come down, heels together, toes apart, knees open in line with the hips, press back, C-curve in the spine. Not to be confused with child's pose in yoga. Here, the spine should look like a small rainbow. You're breathing into your lower lumbar, allowing your spine to extend, creating space between your 26 vertebrae. Come right back out into that plank if it's available to you. Take the opposing leg up so that the toe is in line with the heel, the hip, and the crown of the head. Exhale, pulling into center. Inhale, reaching away. Exhale, inhale. 5 total, so 3 more. And 2. And 1. Tap down, lift up. Tap and lift, 5 total. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, toes come together, knees separate, C-curve spine. I've really harnessed my yoga practice as a tantric hatha vinyasa practice, which is very exciting. And the school of yoga with which I study has been a wonderful source of inspiration. But one of the biggest things I've learned is that moving the body is really meant to be a prep for preparing the mind for a workout, a prep for meditation. And so as you work through these sequences, make sure that you're breathing and allow your mind to relax. Instead of having it wander, focus on your breath and use that as a point of attention and interest throughout your workout. So now, with my back to you, so you get a lovely rear view, we come on to the forearm of your left hand. Legs come out, feet are stacked, and we lift up again. So we find the side plank, arm reaches high. Now, if this is not available to you, you can bend the knees and either stack or stagger the legs, come onto a palm, arm up, tap down, right? And from the front, just to show you, that would be just like this. Tap and return. We're just working the shoulder and looking to stabilize the spine. That's it. So from here, in order to finish both sides evenly, stack the feet, arm comes high, tap on the exhale, inhale to lift. Feet are flexed, 1 straight line from the heels through the crown of the head. 4 more, I would say 5 to 8 total. 2, and then on 1, hold it here, arm comes up, Stay long through the crown of the head, relaxed in the left hand, and long through those right fingers. Then lower down. You can take a mermaid stretch if you choose, diving up and over. You can tighten the stretch by stacking both knees and diving over. And you'll notice that I'm now stretching out of my side body. Mermaid is a beautiful lateral side bend. It's a wonderful way to breathe into your side bodies and create space through your ribs. You can execute a mermaid on both sides and place it anywhere you want in your workout if you're feeling tight in your side body. So before we go into bridge and a couple exercises to finish, take one quick mermaid stretch to the opposite side. Bring your legs together. So for those that know me, I used to be batshit crazy. I still am, but I have to say that being here in Bali has really helped me just breathe into my seat and into my own power. Taking a stretch like that before would have been riddled with like 6 coffees and the need to multitask. But now it's just really nice to breathe deeply and allow your body to do what it really wants to do. So from here, lay down, quick shoulder bridge. Bring your feet into inner hip width apart, let's say. Pointed toes, heels under the knees, arms long. Hips come up and hips come right back down. Lift them and lower them. So now let's work on the details. Toes down, fin from the big toe to the pinky toe, rooted from the toes through the heel, pressing through the middle of the foot. As the hips lift, feel the glutes contract and imagine you're hugging a ball or a block between your legs. Lift up 2 inches higher and roll the shoulders down the back. Allow them to remove themselves from your ears so that you're not scrunched up. You're creating space in your neck. Lift up 1 more inch, hold it there. Hug into the midline of the body again, and then lower down 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift it up. And now on this one, walk the feet together if it's available to you. Hug the midline of the body. Now you're smushing the ball or the block, the imaginary ball or block between your legs. Lift up 1 inch higher, hold it here, stay. Hug the knees together, relaxed through the toes, and lower down with control, letting the upper, the middle, and the lower back return to the mat. 2 more times. Lift up, lower, middle, upper, lower down, upper, middle, lower. 1 more time. Lift up. And then from here, stay, fingers long. See if you can take the right leg up to the sky, flex the foot, hold it there, point the toe, stay here, and flex and point for 3 and 2 and 1. Now lower the hips. Bring the knee to the chest, sail the left leg out long, take the right leg, lift it high to the sky. You can straighten the left leg, flex the foot. Now you can see my hamstrings are tight. A lot. So I'm gonna take my hands to my calf, squaring my hips, pointing my right toe, flexing through my left foot, and just allowing myself to take that stretch. With every exhalation, I can feel my hamstring relax. You'll notice my toes are kind of shaking, so I really feel the work of my back body. But as long as you're breathing and oxygenating your cells, you are all good. Enjoy the stretch and take your time with it. From here, cross the ankle over the thigh. Almost done, I promise. You'll place your right hand to the top of the thigh, pressing the right thigh forward as you bring the left hand to the back of the left leg, taking the left leg to you. So you're working to square those hips. If you were to look through your legs right now, you're making the number 4. Again, square hips, creating space in both hip creases. Now you'll sail the right leg out long and the left leg up. Now, if keeping the leg straight is an impossibility, which is totally fine, everyone's limb length and muscle tightness is different, you can bend the knee. Lift the opposing leg up. Start there. And actually, we should bridge here to keep it even. So from here, lower both legs down, zip them together at the midline 1 more time. Hips come up. Left knee into the chest to start, left leg up to the sky, hips lift higher. Point and flex, point and flex. 5 total, so 3 more. And 2. And 1. Now lower the hips. Lengthen out the right leg with a flex if you can, and then work to bring that left leg to you. You're driving the left hip forward as the right hip pulls back to you. You're working to square the hips. So none of this, no twisting through the spine, no cheating your hamstrings. You can bend the right leg, point the toe, leg is out long, stay there and hold. With every exhalation, you want to create more space in your left hip. To do so, take your left hand, place it in your left hip crease, and literally push it forward. You will notice your hips will actually square themselves. Hands climb up that leg. Hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. And then on 1, take a big inhale. And on your exhale, take the ankle to the thigh. Bend your right knee. Left hand goes to the right thigh, not the knee, never resting at a joint, instead above that joint. Take the right hand to the right hammy and square those hips in that number 4. And stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. Inhaling into your seat, inhaling into your pelvis. That means filling the lungs with air and breathing even more deeply beyond that point, as if you were filling a fruit bowl with water. And then on the exhale, let all of the air travel up the spine and right out your mouth. Now from here to finish, I love overhead work. I think it's a ton of fun. I don't like to overdo things like bridging and back bends because while they do release serotonin and dopamine, feel-good chemicals, they make you feel really great, they can also create emotional vulnerabilities. So sometimes you feel great after a yoga class, and then an hour later you want to kill someone or you're experiencing serious road rage. A lot of that has to do with the chemical shifts that are happening as a result of those physical movements. So something I love in classical Pilates is control balance. From here, we're going to take our legs up and overhead. So they sail right up and right over with pointed toes. Now, if this is not available to you, you can take your knees right to your shoulders and either point your toes or flex your feet. If that's not available to you, then you can stay right down on the mat and keep your legs at tabletop position. If you're staying at tabletop, you'll simply sail the left leg out, pointing the toe to lift, flexing to 1 inch off the mat to lower. Shoulders are relaxed, tailbone is neutral, pelvis is neutral, no tuck of the tailbone. Point your toe to lift and then tap. Point and tap. 3 on this side and 3 on this side. We flex, we point. You can play with the point and flex of the feet here. But if you're starting in that position, you'll follow me rhythmically. If you're taking the legs to knees in line with ears, pointing the toes will lift and flex to lower. Again, lift and flex to lower. 1 more on this side, then I'll do 3 on the other side to show you. Up and down, up and down, up and down. If you're going for the full exercise, you'll bring your legs overhead and flex your feet. You can point your toes too for an added stretch. But from here, you'll then circle your hands around, find your right ankle, lift your left leg. Stay right there. Then switch, sailing the opposing leg high to the sky. Now I have really bad bunions, so I like to point my toes as opposed to flex my feet here. You do have that option. Woo! Point and lift. Ah! Point and lift. Getting ahead of myself. Point and lift. Woo! 1 more on each side. Point and lift. Ah! Last one. Point and lift. Now stay there. Lift up 2 inches higher. Woo! And then if you need to, rock up to seated. So if you're tight in your mid-back, which I am, oftentimes, you can have a little difficulty keeping your legs up. One alternative before we wrap would be to keep your arms forward. So I tend to experience tightness between my shoulder blades, which makes it challenging for me to bring my arms around and rhythmically lift and switch. So I prefer to place my hands to the side in order to keep my shoulders off my ears and my back nice and long. Now I have a little more support in my upper back and my mid back, my cervical spine and my thoracic spine, and I'm able to execute with more precision. But at the end of the day, it's really about having fun. So be safe and enjoy yourself here. It's a fun exercise. Knees to the shoulders, rock up to seated, stay right there. And to finish, you'll take your legs in tabletop position, point your toes. Now, hold this position or work right into a teaser, lifting your legs, pointing your toes, and sailing your chest proud with your shoulders back. One more time. You can stay at tabletop with your legs or reach into your teaser. If you're staying in your teaser, hold it for 3. Wow. Hold it for 2. Hold it for 1. Now stay there. Roll the shoulders back. Tap the ground. Up, down. 2 more to finish. 1 more. Perfect. Sit yourself back. Turn forward. Stagger or stack your legs. Left hand outside of the feet. Hips are square. Right arm up. Dive over. Big reach, that mermaid stretch. Sit tall, keeping the hips square. Twist through your spine by bringing your hands to the mat and twisting in the direction of your bent knees. Now take your hands around, hold of the calf or shin, and then slight twist opposite direction. 2 breaths in each position. From here, take your legs up and over. And again, either staggered or stacked. Lift, inhale, dive over, allowing the side body to stretch. Take it up, twist to the side, hands down, hips back. I like to stagger here to increase the stretch, to deepen the stretch. And then I like to stack here again to deepen the stretch. From here, you can come into a comfortable meditation seat if you're preparing for meditation, or you can jump off your mat knowing that you have everything you need already inside you and that you have just reconnected with the power of your pelvis and the power of your breath to fuel your day. I cannot wait to share more workouts with you here in Indonesia, and I hope you find this mat routine to be inspiring and refreshing.